Jackie has a great question. Should we as freelancers charge hourly? What's the benefit of hourly pricing versus project pricing? And I'll break it down. In short, the thing that I found is that hourly offers the most flexibility for you as a freelancer. Your client isn't purchasing an end product, they're purchasing your time. And so that does offer you a lot of leeway if for some reason the project changes, the scope changes, the deliverables change. It offers you, the freelancer, a lot of flexibility to be able to help your client in a number of different ways and scenarios so that you aren't left being like, okay, so this project is not what I started working on and the deliverables have changed. I've worked for companies who loved the fact that I was being paid hourly because they could ask me to do a lot of different deliverables. And then I worked for companies who did not want me to work hourly and they wanted me to price out and give them a quote for every individual deliverable. Personally, I prefer hourly for most projects, especially if they're long-term engagements, because it allows me to be really flexible and be able to jump in and kind of give them the support that they need when they need it, rather than us being like, oh, okay, this is outside of the statement of work. We got to stop. We need to re-talk about like what this looks like. I need to understand what you need, and then I'm going to give you a quote. And so that's kind of the things that like really do delay projects if they're fixed rate, whereas hourly, I can just take on a project and go. And so I have a bunch of hourly projects right now that I think are awesome and amazing. And I don't think that people should be afraid of hourly, both for the client side and the freelancer side. If the client is really opposed to hourly billing, you can set up a fixed rate contract with them, but that fixed rate contract needs to account for how many revisions are you going to do? What is the word count limit? What are the things that you as a freelancer are going to deliver? Do you know how long those things are going to take you? And can you put that in a scope? And then also, can you add an additional percentage, like 30%, to account for the fact that things might change? Like this project might take more time than you've anticipated. And so in order to deliver for a fixed rate fee, you do need to add a little bit more of a cushion in order to get your client what they need. So if you're a new freelancer, you don't really know how long it takes you to do assignments, or even if you're an experienced freelancer like myself who likes the flexibility of hourly billing, I would recommend working hourly. I think that there's a lot of great benefits of working hourly. You can help your client on anything that they need rather than having to point at your contract and be like, well, that's not in our statement of work. And I think that overall it's a better, faster working relationship. And if your client's really worried about billing, they can always set a limit, and then you can let them know when you're reaching that limit, and then they can decide whether to be okay with you billing more hours. So there's different ways that you can do it, but I do think that hourly billing is awesome. And I'll talk a little bit about package pricing in some of my other videos.